This was such a wonderful luncheon. What do you think? Well, first of all, what is the whole purpose of the luncheon?
The purpose of the luncheon is to recognize women in our community who has done extraordinary things in the services in their community. And with the National Council of Negro Women, that's one of our part of our national and local mission.
There were a number of women honored. There were a number of women. Let's talk about why you chose the women you chose.
Well, actually, we had a nominating committee, and we had them to look over the women that's in their communities and to recognize them and to bring them forth to us. And by that, we recognize the women at that age level, and this is how we brought that to fruition.
And one of the women that you chose is a pioneer in the civil and women's rights movement, none other than Alma Speed Fox.
My life has depended on a few things. I always say first, God, family, and the NAACP. That has been my life. In 1968, I added another entity to that formulation of my life, and that was the National Organization for Women. So I am abided by the imprints that those entities have left on my life. In addition to NAACP, God, family, and now, I could not have ever, not in my lifetime, not in anyone else's lifetime, achieved some of the things that I have without my good friends. And here today in this room, I see so many representatives. I see representatives of God, the woman I'm hoping is going to do all she can to get me into heaven, the Reverend Dr. Monty McIntyre. My family, I have family over there. Whether you know me or whether you don't know me, whatever I have done, I have tried my best to represent you to the best of my ability. Thank you.
What are your thoughts about her?
Well, Alma Speed Fox, for a long time, I have known her, has been out there with her for many years, have marched with her, and so she's admired by so many people. And being with the NAACP, that's also part of our legacy of our National Council of Negro Women, who basically was initiated with the organization of the National Council of Negro Women. So it was bringing that to the forefront was very easy for us to recognize Alma Fox.
Finally, why is NCNW so special?
Because it shows us a legacy of women who came before us, who never gave up. And when I first was introduced and met Dr. Dorothy Irene Heights, and she is actually came from our area, from Rankin, Pennsylvania, and I found that people in the area was not really aware of who she was or what she'd done.
We just thought that, one of the wonderful things about celebrating Dr. King's birthday is that the civil rights movement was so recent that we have living history. We have people who participated, who fought, who struggled, some in very lofty positions and are well known, but others who were on the grassroots level doing so much to help liberate so many. And we just thought it would be nice to get together briefly and hear from some of our elders. I thought that it'd be nice to kick it off hearing from Dorothy Height. Having known all the great heroes and being one yourself of the civil rights movement, how do you think we, who are the beneficiaries of all that work, should be thinking about that period? And are there some reflections, Dorothy, that you want to share with us?
First, I want to thank you for this opportunity for us to come together, because I think we should never forget what the struggle has been. And we should also recognize the progress that we've made. And of course, you're part of that great progress, and we're very proud of it. It means a great deal to us. And to see the kinds of things that you're working on. I was preparing for a speech yesterday, and I looked through some materials, and there was a statement by Martin Luther King Jr. speaking of violence. And he said, health and hunger are root violence. He spoke of that as violence, and I thought of it. I first met Martin Luther King when I was 15.
This is why we're just having a mission to actually get this out to other women, other parts of the area, to let them know what type of legacy he has, so we can be able to help our young people to see what was in front of them, so that they'll be able to see another road to life. And so that's the mission of the National Council of Negro Women, locally and nationally.
Thank you so much, and I found it a pleasure being here at your luncheon today here in Pittsburgh. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.